So we can all agree the last year and a half has been kind of a hard time. And early in the process of, locking down and isolating, it gave me a lot of time to ask, what's going on? Why is this happening? And I think the biggest thing that came to me was the idea of just all the misinformation that was happening. People either didn't really know what was going on or they thought they had an idea what's going on and they just weren't really right. And I think a lot of this comes down to the lack of trust over time in traditional media sources. Fit, early in the early 2000s, you had 50% of people that trusted social media or traditional media, down to like 30% as of 2016. And there's a lot of valid reasons for this. Sensationalism and polarization in news media. But for better or for worse, this has led a lot more people to digital media sources and digital news sources for their news. And this causes a lot of issues because for all the issues that traditional media has, it does have sourcing and fact checking that social media really doesn't have. Now, who this really affects is older people. People over the age of 65 are 7 times more likely to spread misinformation than people ages 18 and 29. And that makes a lot of sense. People who are in the younger ages group have grown up on the internet, they have a better sense of it. People that are older haven't had the idea of not trusting everything you read on the internet beaten into their head. So the fact of the matter is, older people are spreading this misinformation. Now have been attempts to curb this. Twitter around the COVID time and around the election cycle attempted to fact check, and it got hit with a lot of backlash, and that's fair. Is it on the Twitter? Is it Twitter's job to police the users, or is it the users' job to police themselves? Fact of the matter is, there needs to be some sort of third party kind of mediating a little bit and providing kind of judging some of the news sources for their credibility. And that's what I want to create. I want to create a third party site that judges media outlets, and almost like a Rotten Tomatoes score. It just gives you a quick overview what the site is about, what maybe their political leaning is, because bias is going to be inherent in every media outlet. And it will give you a truthfulness rating, and it will kind of give you an idea of what the site is trying to do, whether it's trying to provide just facts, provide analysis, or provide opinion, and just how truthful they are. And one thing I really like is the idea of providing a secondary source of news information. So if you're watching CNN and that's how you consume your news, a site that provides analysis and skews left, maybe you go to the Rasmussen Report, a site that provides analysis but skews a little right. So you make sure you're getting a more comprehensive judgment of a comprehensive idea of what's all going on, and you're really making sure that you have a complete understanding of what's happening. And why I think this matters is the sooner we can all come together to establish what's true and what's not, I think the sooner we can solve a lot of problems in the world.